Hey, how's it going, guys? I hope you have an awesome day today. Yeah, and I appreciate all the people that messaged me in the comments and the DMs, stuff like that. Hoping that I feel better. I do feel a lot better. I'm actually able to move around now. um, but yeah, let's dive into the charts. There's a lot of crazy things that's been happening. XRP skyrocketed, and I want to talk about that really quick. And I've cleaned up my charts a little bit just so it's a little bit easier for you guys to be able to view during these videos. But yeah, let's go into the profit flexing for the community really quick. We got Ari, one of our coaches, got 16% gain with 10x leverage, and 20% gain and 38% gain with Ethereum and Bitcoin. Vexillary, 10% gain with 10x leverage. Good job, man. Chris LC, Bitcoin Cash, 627% gain with 100x leverage. Yeah, there's something I want to talk to you guys about when it comes to 100x leverage, and which we'll talk about during this video. A quick tip when it comes to risk management with 100x leverage trading. Also, another 236% gain with the 100x leverage. Savage. Steve On, one of our lifetime members, 30% gain, 20x leverage, and 42% gain with 20x leverage as well. Dadir One Trades, 21% gain with 10x, and Cito Andre, 26% gain, and 10x leverage, and we got Chris LC with another 460% gain. Dude, all right, okay, let's dive into the charts, and I'll give you guys that quick 100x leverage trade tip, and yeah, and what I see in the charts for XRP and Bitcoin. All right, see you on the inside. All right, so first things first, let's jump into the DXY, see what's going on there, because I got the alert saying it passed 112, and we got a support bounce off of this area right here that we were talking about yesterday. I was hoping that a double top would form. We would break this neckline, we'd go down, but of course, we know they increased the rate, so the US dollar will be pretty strong from that. And so now we're reaching levels we haven't seen in over 20 years. And yeah, there's one other thing. Yeah, we were talking about how let's go to the weekly chart. The technical target, we're getting closer and closer and closer to it. This level would normally act as a relatively strong level of resistance due to previous price action, but we're in a unique situation with how they're increasing the rates. And we're pretty close to the technical target of 115. Right now we're at 112.86. And if I zoom back in to the hourly chart and see how it reacted off that level of resistance. So we combated it for only a few hours, and then we used it as support, and then now we're going back up. But yeah, so things are looking pretty bearish for the crypto space and the stock markets in due to this reaction. So let's bring this back down. If we go to the S&P 500, you can see that it's actually starting to get some sell pressure right now. It's actually getting pushed down further and further. Let's zoom out a little bit so it's easier to see. But yeah, now we're at this isn't a very strong level of support. And if we come back up and use this as resistance, then we're probably going to go down to even lower levels than this. Let's zoom out a little bit to the daily. So we can see that this little bounce that we had is actually a level of support for a potential bearish break to the downside. And the technical target is going to be pretty grim. If you grab it from the conservative location, yeah, we could see the S&P come down all the way to 2,981. And it hasn't been at these levels since June 2020, 2 years. So yeah, it's pretty rough. That can't be right. No, yeah, that's it. Man, that's rough. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a horizontal line right here, to track this level of support. I'm going to draw a line here, track this level of support, and I'm going to draw a line right here, track this level of support. So we got all these levels here that it could have a reversal formation, but yeah, this is the technical target. Now it could take quite a long time for us to hit that kind of technical target because that is a really steep drop. So I'm not saying like sell everything right now, but just in reaction to resistance or support levels not being respected, I would react to selling some of mine. I personally don't own any S&P right now ever since the bearish drop from around 52K for Bitcoins, where I sold most of my stocks. So I'm basically getting ready to accumulate at lower levels. Because guys, I know this sounds like a nightmare, but think of it this way. This is going to be an extremely rare opportunity that you won't be able to have probably ever again in your lifetime to be able to buy at these lower levels. So try to look at it in the brighter side of things, because like if you keep thinking about like all the the doom and gloom side of it, you're gonna get depressed, just like the depression that we're going into. So yeah, just focus on the good side of all this. That this is the great opportunity to accumulate at all these low levels for stocks, crypto, just not real estate just yet, but real estate's going down soon. All right, so let's go over to the Bitcoin chart. Actually going to jump over to the daily really quick first. All right, so right now, yeah, as we said before, we're basically using this formation right here to dictate whether or not we're going to retest this downtrend level resistance, or it will be the breaking moment for this larger macro formation, this descending triangle. And the descending triangle target is 12K, but we do have this downtrend level of support to help support us, and we got a lot of limit buy orders ready around 16,500. So there's a lot of liquidity getting ready to be bought around this level. Some people know things that we might not, like the smart money institutional investors may be ready to accumulate around this level. Unfortunately, one of those investors is not MicroStrategy. I just saw that they purchased more at around with the average of 19. Let me look at my Twitter really quick. Yeah, I retweeted it. 19,800 is their average for accumulating. So I'm wondering who's the one buying it, because like honestly, like everyone who's watching these videos, yeah, I don't okay, they should watch our videos. Maybe they'll save some money with their purchases, because that's pretty high average for their recent 301 Bitcoin transaction. Just saying. I'll just be putting limit orders around support levels, not around the resistance levels. All right, going back to Bitcoin. So like I said, yeah, we're going to use this formation right here to dictate whether or not we're going to get prepared to have a sell-off. I personally going to be selling my entire Bitcoin, well, all but maybe like one or two of my Bitcoin, all but, yeah, I'm going to sell most of my Bitcoin if we end up using this level of support as resistance. And then, just prepare for a long position if we break to the upside. Undo that move. All right. It's going back to the shorter term time frames for all those who like to, and then I'll give you guys that 100x leverage trade tip. Let's go over to the 15-minute chart. So we got this, descending triangle right here that we're looking at on. And last night we had a rising wedge. Gave everyone the signal off of this, and right when we met this downtrend level of resistance, it came in confluence with the breakout for the formation. And you can see here, this is the confirmation rejection right here. You could have actually entered off of this little rejection right here, because it's very easy to see this mistakenly being the confirmation rejection. Like personally, I shorted here, and then the stop loss was right above here. Didn't hit the stop loss, got rejected again, came back down. The technical target is the bottom of the formation. We hit the technical target, and then we continue to go further. After we hit the technical target, we came back up, retested this area of interest, and then we got rejected even further down here. For those of you who might still be in this trade, it's not a bad idea to still be in this trade, but I'd recommend tracking this downtrend level of resistance right here. And if we end up seeing price action, have a recovery here and use this W formation as the momentum to break out of this downtrend level resistance, then I would close that short position, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but the technical target for this double bottom, if we see price action come up to meet the neckline, would be right about, top of this area of interest at 19,000 basically. And what could come into play is one thing you guys should start practicing is visualizing the future a little bit, because if a formation is telling you that we're likely to break a downtrend level of resistance, and there's going to be confluence with another level of resistance like this right here. If you come over to, let me draw this really quick. Where's my paintbrush? There it is. All right, so we got this potentially being a shoulder, this potentially being the head, and if we come up and actually hit this target, then we're probably going to meet resistance, and then we got this local level of support to keep us up, and we might create an inverse head and shoulders to retest this downtrend level resistance again, because the technical target for something like this would be basically the point where you would retest the top of the formation again. So this could be a good swing trade. I'm going to act on it if we break this W formation. Yeah, if we break this W formation and we got the support bounce, which would probably happen from price action meeting this downtrend level resistance, push us down to retest, and if we get the momentum, we can break the downtrend level resistance and actually meet its target. And then from there, we can see how price action forms, and hopefully we do actually see that inverse head and shoulders, so we can stay in this double bottom trade a little bit longer, maybe close half at the target, and let the rest ride with a stop loss at break even, and then we can actually take profits around this area instead for the remaining amount of the trade. So that's Bitcoin. So that's what I'm preparing for right now. This is the 15-minute chart, so we got roughly about an hour before we'll likely retest. But if you want to prepare, a good practice is to make sure to undercut where the resistance is with the trend line, and just have it set as an alarm. So it'll notify you beforehand, so you can prepare, and it'll be the only time you need to look at the screen, so you don't have to stare at the screen waiting for it to happen. All right, so we got that. And one thing I want to talk to you guys about when it comes to 100x leverage, because you're only showing your profits, but you're obviously not going to show your losses, right? So I just want to show you a safe practice when it comes to 100x leverage trading. So let's say, for example, you want to do a long. You would do what's called liquidation trading. So your stop loss is where you're going to be liquidated. So what you put into your trade is what you're willing to lose 100% of. So you have to, 100x leverage trades, you have to be extremely picky with your trades. So when you get liquidated with 100x leverage, Bitcoin only has to go down 1% for you to lose everything that you put into that trade. And please do not trade cross margin with the 100x leverage. Only trade isolated, because when you're trading isolated, you're only risking what you put into that trade. If you're trading cross, you're risking your entire account balance. So if you're going to use 100x leverage, not financial advice, but make sure your stop loss is in the location. Your stop loss is going to be your liquidation point. So make sure your trade is gives you the risk to reward ratio, where the stop hit would be a location where you put a stop loss in a normal trade. Sorry if that doesn't make much sense, but in this example, this is a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, so I technically wouldn't normally do this trade unless I saw a confirmation bounce. If I saw a confirmation bounce, you could technically put your stop loss right below the confirmation point, because sometimes there's wicks that come down, and you just put it right below that little bounce area, and that will improve your risk to reward ratio, because that's technically where you would put your stop loss. But with 100x leverage, most of my trades, I'll put 1 to 3% of my portfolio into a trade. But with 100x leverage, I'll put 0.01%, right? Because the 100x leverage is going to act like a large amount of your portfolio in terms of dollar value. And then from this, you double your whatever you put into your trade from its technical target. Because a 1% move, You multiply that by 100, that's a 100% move. So you would double your account, or you double your trade from that point. So basically, my advice is, when it comes to 100x leverage trading, just make sure the risk to reward ratio is giving you a liquidation point of where you would normally put your stop loss in a traditional trade. So you're less likely to get stopped out and lose everything that you put into that trade. Let's go over to XRP. So XRP went wild yesterday from the news that they're basically going to be winning against the SEC with their little legal battle that's going on right now. But it just met this downtrend level of resistance and starting to get rejected. The technical target for the formation it broke out of, because even though there's a bullish news event, it still came in confluence with a bullish formation. So we got this level of resistance to this level of support, and we actually met the technical target already. So this is actually a point where you should have been taking profits. So just prepare for the worst now for XRP. There's going to be a strong cooldown period, and then use the next formation that it's going to create to dictate whether you want to hold that position or not. Right now we're looking at the daily chart, but if I break it down to the hourly, we could see that there's a head and shoulders forming. So, and it looks like it just broke the neckline. So basically, we could see it coming right back down to where it was. If we grab the technical target, we come back down, it's going to go right back down to this area of interest right here. It's going to swoop down through this valley and hit the technical target, and it's actually a relatively strong level of support down here. So I can see it coming right back down to 40 cents basically. So just prepare for that if you haven't taken profits already. If we see a retest of this support flipping as resistance, it might be a good time to take some profits off the table. Or at least half, guys, and then go from there. All right, I feel like that's everything I have to say, other than one thing. BitGet messaged me today saying that they created a landing page for us, which is really nice of them. So if you guys want to use the link down below, we now have not only the $4,163 bonus if you do all the deposit requirements. But now that you have a chance to win an additional $160 with Investor Share using our link, and it has all the other cool bonuses down here that you can read as well. So yeah, if you guys want to help us out, you can use the link down below. I really appreciate it. Honestly, it's free, right? So this is the exchange that I like to use for futures trading. They honor your stop losses lightly. Not going to say any exchanges names, but there's been a lot of exchanges that have been putting people into trades when they didn't have a limit order or anything set up, or not honoring their stop losses. So if you're one of those type of people, I would flood over to BitGet, because they're honoring all their stop losses. They're awesome, and they have a really good copy trader system. So if you want to copy trade with us, you can, every time I enter a trade, it'll enter a trade on your behalf as well. But yeah, that's everything I got for you guys. This is a much longer video than it usually is. Appreciate you guys whoever watched up to this point. I really appreciate it, and have yourself an amazing day. Thank you.